and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 with some more racing. We want a Rallycross race for you today. Driving around, it's the Silvestre versus the Retinue, so essentially a Mazda RX-3 versus an Escort Mark 1 or 2, and I can never remember the bloody difference between the pair of them. I know there is a difference, I can just never get it right. But yes, what about... Oh, Blakey's found a... Ah, yes, this is where absolutely... Well, they just find a way to explode. This is absolutely where we needed to go. I mean, it's... Chris has found some fruit stands over there. I feel like Chris might be contemplating. Chris has definitely contemplated a jump start here. It's a hell of a jump start, and that means Chris must be punished, and we may well be the closest ones to Chris. Oh, to punish Chris, and it didn't really work. We ended up spinning ourselves out more. Bumpy is, I think, rugby tackled Ewan off the side. That was brutal. Bloody hell. Bumpy has gone on the full murder, and Impega's turned up. Hello, Impega. That was, I mean, 10 out of 10 on the murder from Bumpy right there. That was one of the most brutal takedowns we've seen on a Rallycross circuit. Impega's rejoin was quite funny, but nowhere near as brutal as Bumpy's. Oh, I feel like a Rallycross circuit would be quite dangerous going past like a power transformer. Oh, that's a chicane. I did not realise that until the very last second. We very nearly we were very nearly murdered at level 8, I think. I think it's level 8 in front of us. It is indeed. Well, that is a really steep downhill off camber braking zone. That is nasty. This is also a very there are some very fancy bridges we have going. We had a stream a little while ago. It wasn't intentional. Oh, there's a bump there. It wasn't intentional. It just ended up, and it was quite funny, where we just raced circuits that had bridges, like all the circuits that had big bridges in them. And apparently, the wonderful track creators have taken that to heart and have just been building circuits with bridges in them. Oh, that's way too much speed. I'm not stopping for that corner properly. So we will slightly cheat, but that was the lesser of the evil. I was never going to make it around that massive curve, so it was just a better way to go. But yes, we've got some more bridges going. Lado is to the outside. I am not doing very well here, to say the least at the moment. But we will try our best to figure it out. We'll try our best to sort out my driving and climb our way back up through the field. Impega is alongside. I'm going to have to give some space. Liam is doing some motorbiking. Oh, got away with it. A little bump, but that is fine. We will head up through here and try our best to make up some positions, try our best to catch back up to the leaders, to be honest with you. Because, yeah, all we've really done in this race is just lose position. That's such a horrible braking zone. That might be one of the toughest individual corners. You know, we're not talking about loops. We're not talking about crazy stunt pieces of track. Just downhill braking off camber corner where you get a lot of slipstream, you know, following the car ahead. That's just a really, really tough corner to get right. Here is also actually a tough corner to get right as well, as Impega has just run wide. I'm pretty sure that flash of yellow was Lado having some aerial moments going on, shall we say. Liam is again up onto two wheels. The Silvestre is definitely wanting to be a motorbike for Liam. I'm not quite having that same problem yet, but let's not tempt fate. Impega uses the banking and gets a lot of speed on the exit there. That was actually a very good way to go. We not quite able to follow at the moment. We're struggling a little bit with our car when it's going 2 wheels. Not as dramatically, but is enough just to lose a little bit of time. We will try. Oh, there was a little clonk on the tyre bundle from Liam there. We'll try and make up some positions, although I don't think down here is the place I really want to do this. Don't want to try and have a big dive under brakes. I feel like the chances of you just getting it wrong and having an accident there are really, really high. So this circuit, catch-up slipstream, not going to be the most effective. There's no real big straights for the cars. Oh, Bumpy falling off a bridge. Yeah, there's no real long straights for the slipstream to be all that strong. And catch-up, while it will be affecting a car at all times, of course, it is more effective at slowing down a vehicle when there are long straights. Now, I'm kind of happy to give Liam some space through through there, because we're going to try and catch up to the leaders. And if that means by, you know, a little bit of working together, you know, let Liam slipstream past us one way, and then we'll slipstream past on the way up the hill, if we can. It's not quite a long enough straight to make that work. Struggling a little bit for grip through there. I mean, it's to be expected, really. Mind the hay bales. Yeah, we are not really keeping pace with the leaders at the moment. And these are perhaps not my best sort of cars on the game. I'm definitely not got the pace of some of the cars in this. If you can just catch the end, and Pegga's actually driven away from us. Pegga's got some serious speed around this track. I have gone very wide through there. We save it, but we've lost kind of touch with Liam doing all of that. A little bit of a pain. I mean, the thing is now we've got to start being braver in some of these corners. Braver in corners that have caused no end of grief for cars. I do like that. Is such a dangerous section of track, but I do like it. It's a good, fun section of track. That is for sure. Was there some contact up ahead? I mean, we kind of want to see a little bit of that. Like, we don't want to see cars. I don't want to see cars put out of the race, of course not. But if cars happen to lose a lot of time in contact, I'm okay with that. You know, if they want to slow themselves down, slow each other down, allow, well, I guess Liam to catch first, and then me and Longbow to catch, that would work quite nicely for me. We've had a much better lap this time around, actually. We're bringing Longbow with us a little bit. Yes, we are. Yeah, we've had a good lap so far. Let's not ruin it in these final couple of corners. Missed the apex a smidge there, but as long as they don't fall off the track, it's not too bad. And then there is plenty of bumps. At level 8, looks like they're kind of running up on the road a little bit more. I have run too wide through there. So, you know what I said? Don't ruin a good lap on the final couple of corners. I kind of did a little bit. Not too. It wasn't completely shocking, but it wasn't great either. Alright, little tap on the brakes on the way in there. That's a little too fast. I mean, we're kind of very slowly catching the lead pack. It's tantalizingly close. It's sort of in range, but not quite. I really want to catch up to the leaders. Ewan's trying an interesting line through there. I don't know if it really fully works, but there we go. Longbow is now right behind us, so Longbow will be getting some slipstream going on. Although, again, much like we've had in the past, until the final lap, Longbow, we don't really want to fight Longbow. Longbow doesn't really want to fight us. We want to work together to catch this lead group, which it looks like we are almost there with now. Because, of course, the more they fight, the slower they go, right? The more you fight, you take funky lines, you have to be slower through a corner because, well, there's other cars in the way and all that sort of stuff. So you are going to lose time, which is going to allow, like, me and Longbow to catch up when we are being careful, so to speak. That's a good line through there. You want to kind of run the banking as much as you can without hitting the bump that launched me on the first lap and has launched a few other cars along the way. Now the racing is going to get different from me because we're going to get slipstream and speed in slightly different places to where we have been getting it so far. But we have finally caught up to the back end of the pack. It looks like it is it's Dangerman and Chris at the lead of all of this. Big twitch for, I think it's Pegga going across there. Nope, that wide line is actually really good for I just don't trust that we're not going to get in trouble on that wide line. Ewan is up onto 2 wheels through all of that. We've got one more lap to go. So, yeah, we've kind of caught the pack. Are we going to have time? If we can somehow get from 8th to the front, it would be amazing. I think it's going to be a difficult one for us. It took us a long time to catch the pack, and overtaking here is tough. It is really, really difficult to find a way past. Brake nice and early down here. Don't really want to be doing anything crazy at the moment. What can we do? Dangerman leads the way. Impega is out wide and sliding through there, and Impega's almost fallen over. Well held. Well held indeed, Impega. That was on the wing mirror for a good few meters. That was on its side, and I've got to back out of that because we were almost falling over and almost sliding, and Ewan has fallen over through there and lost a whole heap of momentum, and it's cost Impega some momentum as well. We are through the middle here for 5th position, which we do not quite manage to get. Oh, and Impega has found something to have a big old accident on. Some point, actually got away with it surprisingly well, considering that. Chris is probably going to have a look to the inside through here. We'll likely get onto 2 wheels. We are then onto 2 wheels around the next part of it, but we keep the momentum going, and that's the critical bit. You really got to keep the momentum up through here. Impega is going to look to the inside through this, and I just don't have the speed on the exit there. We're going to lose out to the white car. There's going to be something's going to go wrong down here, surely for somebody. Liam has worked their way to the front. Danger Man is out wide in all of this. It is going to be a manic final corner. Chris was slowing down in the middle of all of that. I don't quite know how. Impega's gone wide. Gliska's got tagged, and Gliska's the unlucky one. And we will sneak our way into about 6th, I think it was. Oh, bloody yeah, that is a tough... It was 5th place in the end. That's a tough circuit. That is a tough track. Great race. It was a good, fun race. I struggled to really make the most of the Silvestre. Liam would claim victory ahead of level 8. Danger Man is 3rd ahead of Chris. We would get 5th. Ewan ends up 6th ahead of Longbow. Gliska and Impega unlucky, just lose out on the final lap there, with Blakey rounding out the top 10 for Team Orange, and Blakey with the fastest lap of the race as well. For our second race at this Rallycross circuit, we have got the Calico, essentially the Celica GT4. These are very quick. They are going to be considerably faster than the cars we drove in that first race. They're all-wheel drive. They should be grippier. I don't know how... what's the word for it? Oh, how they're going to deal with the bumps. They should be pretty good. Oh, this is accidentally been left as a GTA race. Not that that's going to make any difference. Well, the only difference it might make is someone might fire some flares around the place, and that's kind of it. But yeah, never mind. We are going to be to the outside of the hairpin, although I think actually that banking is a quicker way to go. I genuinely, I do kind of agree with Impega's line. If you get it right, that is fast. Oh, struggle to get that stopped. Back end, really wanted to let go. We've got to give Gliska some space. Danger Man is going to look for a way to the inside, and will maybe make that work. I'm all out of position here. That's, oh, got massive understeer mid-corner. Christ, that just wanted to go. I tried to get on the power, and it just wanted to go straight, so... Yeah, it's not ideal. Now, there's slightly less problem with that off-camber corner than we have seen in those first cars. These are a little bit more composed, really. We've kind of found the medium line through there. Chris hit a bump. I've hit a bump in a really different place, actually. Didn't know there was a bump there. To cause grief, it was. These things are rapid when they get going. Going to have to brake nice and early through here. Danger Man is sliding around through this section. We've got a great exit, but I'm going to have absolutely nowhere to go with it. I think Impega knew we were carrying all that speed. At least to be fair, you're not expecting the car behind suddenly to carry that much speed at a weird place. We are going to follow the Impega. I'm chugging an even higher line. That was maybe a little bit too high on. there is a diminishing returns the further you go up on that banking, and I went a bit too high that time around, but you know, we've got to experiment a bit. And there's probably not a... Whoa! That's unfortunate. Danger Man just carried a bit too much speed into that, and I was already committed on that inside as kind of was Impega. It's just unfortunate. Really, we all end up bumping into one another. What this is doing is helping Gliska at the moment, helping Gliska run away. And yeah, Danger Man slides through there. We're happy to kind of just run the banking a little bit. We're not really losing that much time. Don't hit the bus. That would be unfortunate. Ooh, don't hit the bollard either. That we can hit. It's not great. We have pulled the gap to mute at the moment. So I think with these cars, maybe the catch-up is a little bit more effective. From what we have seen, these do seem to be gaining a little bit more. Oh, there's been an accident in a weird way. How did that happen? I suspect that caught all of it, because that corner, with the way that corner goes, I was turning in, and because we and Impega are taking that really banked line, you carry so much speed, you don't actually, you're full throttle all the way through, you don't actually see the exit. Like, so you're committed, and I was committed, and I have no doubt Impega was committed to that corner long before you actually see the exit. So we just jumped, like, we turned in the corner, everything was fine, we jumped off the corner, and suddenly it was all not fine. So Gliska got into trouble on their own, I think. And yeah, we just all ended up in the side of it. But that's fine. We've got a good run here, but nowhere to go. Although the slipstream from the back of Impega's car is enough to pull us back to second if I can get stopped through here, which we can. Oh, Steve! Stevie and Blakey are running, and yeah, they didn't have a great time through there. It's a dangerous place to run on a racetrack. Okay, I can't take the preferred high line through there. Gliska runs it for the exit. I tried to block it as fairly as I could, but it wasn't going to be enough to do anything there. Liam's to the outside, and I jump, giving too much airtime there. Does not work. We've got Chris looking for a way past behind. I think overtaking's a little bit easier with these cars. Impega in an awkward place. I tried to give space in that one. Oh, hey, and land and go. I tried my best. I think Impega just got some understeer mid-corner and ended up in the back of us. It was an impressive little twist and pirouette from us, and we landed it. We got it going again. Right, where is... Oh, Impega has just jumped a little bit wide. There's a very fine line there, just to not to hit that big jump. But we got it pretty much spot on that time around. Liam leads the way, but they're going to have a decent lead, as the pack was quite spread out. But it is going to close up, I think, especially if they do start fighting. Where are where's the running squad? Is that still hanging around? I don't know how far that would have got around the circuit. Can't imagine too far, but we will stick with this. Oh, that's too high. Maybe that's what Gliska ended up doing. Might have run a little bit too high up the banking. Oh, Liam ran over Blakey. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's not intentional, but you know, you can only avoid them for so long in these. That's a bumpy section of circuit. The cars can get thrown around if it goes wrong in all of that. Okay, these aren't a million miles away. So there's still a chance. I mean, there's always a chance, although we are quickly running out of laps. Although we got back in the fight, we just kind of ran out of time to get back in the fight with a Silvestre, which I fear is going to be what we're going to end up doing here, pretty much. Yeah. But I will try my very best. We will try and not get involved in any more silly accidents that we don't need to. Be aware of the bumps. Be aware of the crazy slipstream pull these cars can get and the crazy speeds they're capable of. There is Chris going for a very big accident up ahead. Can't see in the dust. I think everyone has survived, so that's good. Longbow also trying that line. Yeah, it's a great line. You get so much speed off of it. I'm happy just to push Longbow up the hill. Don't actually really want to go for an overtake there. It's a horrible corner. Definitely didn't want to do that one. Sorry, Longbow. I wasn't even trying to get to the inside there. I just understeered my way into the door of Longbow's car. That was not ideal, but never mind. Right, we are off that corner. Over the hill we go. Blakey's still on foot. Where is Stevie? Stevie might have been run over at some point. Honestly, I've not been able to pay attention. This track is very technical, very fiddly. Longbow hit that bump and got fired, but then I got way too sideways. Liam tangled with someone. Did not see quite what happened. We've got to try frantically and get the car slowed down through here. It's all spread out again a little bit at the front as kind of bumps and accidents occurred. Liam is right behind us. Has a good run. Did not want that. Well avoided from Liam. I was trying not to cut the car off, and yeah. Oh, Liam went too high. There's another one. Another one's gone up the wall and just got it a bit too high up the wall. There is speed to be found there, but you've absolutely got to get the right line if you want to make it work. And Ewan's sliding around me, and Lombo are going to gain that position. Thank you very much. We get an amazing run on the exit there as well. That could even put me up to third. Where is that green car? It has fallen back into line. Fantastic news. We've got one more lap to go. I mean, we're a little bit too far back, but it is the final lap of the race, and Gliska's run wide. Gliska's had a big slide up the mountain. We will take second away, but okay, now, well, again, we're still quite a long way back from level 8 here. Gliska with a huge amount of momentum. Are they going to be able to stop it through here? They are. Can they keep it on the exit? They can, because I just bobbled the curb. We are going to be, we're going to be maybe vulnerable, although we get slipstream from Gliska as well, so Longbo's going to find a tough time trying to make a pass stick. Both me and Gliska going for the hilly route. We fall off the hill, maybe a little bit wonky. He's gonna come down more to mistakes, I think. There's not really that much room for overtaking in these next few corners. This section here is where it might happen. We get a big bump, and we launched it wide, and I can't turn it. Oh, can't even see where my car's gone there. I threw it at the course. I threw it at the corner. I figured we had nothing to lose, but the back of my car got bounced in the air, and there was nothing more I could have done with that one. It's a little, I say a little unfortunate. I tried. I pushed it as hard as I could. Level 8 will take a victory. Gliska will claim second. Yeah, we pushed it through a section where we could make some time up. Asked too much of the car. It was worth a go. In the end, we lost nothing. Quite lucky, actually, that Longbow and Co. got tangled up and fell back, so I could get away with that. It's good fun, though, actually. I really like that circuit. It's a real challenge. It's a real challenging track, but a really cool circuit as well. Level 8 takes victory. Gliska second. I will get on the podium in third. Someone's got run over. Was that Danger Man running over Stevie? I think it was. Oh, dear. Ewan will end up fourth at a Longbow. Then it'll be Liam, Chris, Lado, Mute, and Bumpy will round out the top 10. Well, there we go. That was good fun. That was a tough Rallycross circuit, that's for sure. A big thank you to Level 8 for building that wonderful track. Very, very detailed circuit as well. The bridges were very cool. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.